The apparitions of the Virgin Mary in Fatima ended in 1917 and gave new breath and hope to the Church and to the whole world, both about to face atheism, totalitarianism, and war. His Eminence Cardinal Tarcisio Bertone says that despite the personal nature of the apparitions, the message of Fatima touches on the political and international community. It's about Russia and Europe. It deals with the papacy and the persecution against Christians.
E nello stile di Dio, Dio sceglie I più deboli.
It's in God's style. God chooses the weakest, the most powerless in a certain sense, and makes them the receivers of a message to be communicated to mankind. So they too become responsible for the salvation of mankind. It all happens according to the words of the Gospel. When Jesus says, "I praise you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because you have hidden these things from the wise and learned and revealed them to little children."
Dice Dio ha scelto ciò che è debole per confondere I forti.
The cause of canonization of the two shepherd children began in 1946. During the exhumation in 1935 and again in 1951, Jacinta's body was found incorrupt.
It's a gift from Our Lady, the holiness of children. It's one of the most beautiful fruits of the apparitions, because their entire path to sanctity they made with the Madonna when she asked them, "Do you want to offer yourselves to God in reparation for the sins of the world?" And when she said to Sister Lucia, "Don't be afraid, I will never leave you. My Immaculate Heart will be your refuge. It's the path that will lead you to God." So the Madonna guided the children, the shepherds, on this path of holiness.
The way to sainthood of Jacinta and Francisco was not easy. Portekiz Cardinal José Saraiva Martins oversaw the process that led to the beatification of the two shepherd children when he was prefect of the Vatican's Congregation for the Causes of Saints.
Both Jacinta's and Francisco's processes of beatification have gone through different stages, and they've also stumbled on many difficulties because not everybody agreed on whether the process should start first with Jacinta or vice versa. Why? Because the general idea was that children couldn't be beatified, as they didn't yet have the capacity for the exercise of heroic Christian virtues. The proof of heroism in the exercise of Christian virtues was the first requisite, actually the only requisite necessary for a person to be elevated to the state of blessed. Miracles can be exempted by a decree of the Pope, but the heroic exercise of Christian virtues cannot.
The mere fact that Jacinta and Francisco saw the Virgin Mary did not make them saints automatically, so the beatification process was suspended by Pope Pius XII.
Freemasons, who had a lot of influence in Portugal at the time, were trying to convince Jacinta and Francisco to say that they hadn't seen the Virgin Mary, that it was only their imagination and not a vision of the Virgin. If you don't say that it was all your imagination, you'll end up like Lucia. Lucia has been burnt with boiling hot oil because she said it was all true and not her imagination. If you don't say that it was all your imagination, you'll end up like her, that is burnt with boiling hot oil. Their answer shows their heroism. You can do whatever you want with us, but we cannot tell a lie, which means that they preferred death to telling a lie. And so I went ahead with the beatification process, and then, of course, we get to the year 2000, when the Pope beatified both in Fatima.
Sister Lucia was 93 years old when she participated in the Mass of beatification of her little friends and cousins. During the past consistory of cardinals on April the 20th, 2017, Pope Francis approved the canonizations of the two shepherds from Fatima.
non sono bambini martiri perché fino a poco tempo fa
They are not child martyrs because until a short time ago, children who weren't martyrs couldn't be canonized. These will be the first non-martyrs to be canonized, and the youngest too. One was 9, the other 10. They died at this age, so they are an example of the holiness of the people, accessible to everyone, to all ages, children, adults, men, women, teenagers, etc.